Hello everybody. Uh, hope this auto zooms correctly. There we go. Let me turn down the music a slight bit. How are we all doing this evening? I'm James, James on Films, the usual guy who streams here. So I do a bit of a solo stream. For those of you who don't know, back in the day, a little while ago, a few months ago, I did a series of streams of my Lego collections and building some of those sets and showing them off. Trying to get that keyboard out of the way. If I pull on the keyboard, it's somehow pulling on the mouse, or not the mouse. This my mic setup there. But yes, I asked a few people in the Discord, which you can see linked down there in the description. This is upside down because the camera's facing this way. I'm here, or that way. But anyway, yes. I asked some of the people over in the Discord, 18ers or over, just for your own sake. Would you like to see other stuffs in my collection? So I hope this gets focused properly once we start actually looking at stuff. But yeah, and I happen to have a few sets of Megazords and mechas from Super Sentai and that kind of thing, so I decided to show some of them off. And obviously you couldn't do a thing like this without going for the OG, so I'll just bring it onto the frame here now. This is my Zord Ascension project. That's the branding line they did, part of the Lightning Collection, which I'm pretty sure is finished now because Hasbro gave up the license to make the toys. Still own the license of Power Rangers, but they gave over the license to make them to... who was it now? We'll have to look that up. That is, I will have to look that up at a later time. But yes, this is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Dino Megazord. It's a kind of deluxe model redo they did. I'm also talking to people over in the Discord chat on the side here. I'm trying not to position this phone so I can read it, but you guys are distracted by it. Probably there is probably the best place for it to be. But yes, this is the box. We'll do a little bit of an overview. Do a little bit of a talk of the history of Power Rangers maybe as we go. But let's see who's in the chat here first. We have Thomas the Decepticon talking about Power Rangers being a rip-off of combiners from Transformers. I'm pretty sure, given the Sentai started in at least the 70s and Transformers started in the 80s, pretty sure these Sentai robots came first, and then that turned into Power Rangers, and that was kind of Transformers turned up in the middle of that. But cool that you're a huge Transformers fan. I used to have a lot of Transformers stuff when I was younger. Happened to give them away when I was a bit older for some stupid reason, and now I'm able to afford toys again. We got here Jaybird. Hello, Jaybird. Who do we got else here? We've got Thekla. We've got Feliciana. We've got Glitchman. We've got Serial Designation J. We've got Gabriela Martinez. We've got Ollie X USA. Says sup. We've got Tasmanian Devil. Hello. How are we all doing here today? We're both chats now. Very good. Good, Jaybird. But yes, we'll have a little look at the outside of this box. As best as I can do on this camera. I might have to get a better camera for these future ones of these. Let's see what we do here. Cookie also says hello. But yes, as I said, this was the line that they did. I think they only did 2 or 3 of these ever. Not like models of this, but like 2 or 3 different Megazords altogether. They did this one. They did the Dragon Zord, which also mixes with this. And they did the Astro Mega Ship Megazord from Power Rangers in Space. That's Alexa when the first Power Rangers show aired in 1983. Yes, but okay, this is a good thing to actually bring me into the history of Power Rangers. For those of you who don't know, Power Rangers is actually a American adaptation of a show called Super Sentai, which started back in let me get the exact dates up on screen for myself. Super Sentai started in 1975. It started with it's part of the tokusatsu kind of style of filmmaking and shows in Japan, which includes the likes of Godzilla and Ultraman, and if you've seen any of those, and they also include things like Kamen Rider, which is a show heavily related to Super Sentai. But yes, even though this came out, not this toy, this show, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, aired in 1983. They had been pitching it since I think 90. Heinz Saban was trying to do this for years, was trying to get Super Sentai adapted over to the West, and he finally achieved it with the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in 1993. But yes, in Japan, the Sentai this was derived from, Zyuranger, was the 16th season of Super Sentai. It doesn't count if it's coming out first. The brand and the show, we know it came out after Transformers. Well, again, the combining robots thing happened in Sentai first, then Transformers came out, and I'm sure lots of toy companies did combining robots before that. I'm not entirely sure of the history of them completely, but I do know that Super Sentai had come out before Transformers, if that's what we're talking about. I remember Trash Bandicoot when we were talking about all the Power Rangers stuff, and I'm like, yes, that's because I'm currently still in the middle of my Power Rangers phase. Yes, back to this box. This particular one was released in, I'm pretty sure it should say somewhere on the back here. I'm just looking at it for myself before I show you guys. 2022, yes. Look on the back. This is the model itself, what it'll look like, and it comes with these little tiny figures, not particularly in scale, but there is some in-scale stuff later down the road in this Power Rangers Once and Always special on Netflix. You watch it, it's really well done. And also the other people who were the Yellow Ranger were Aisha and Tanya, I think. Pretty sure, for a little bit. And then we've got the Pink Ranger, which would have been Kat. Or, sorry, it would have been Kimberly first, then Kat after a while, after Kimberly left. Then we have the only Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger ever, and my favorite, Billy Cranston, the Blue Power Ranger. He is the OG. He was the only one to be the Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger the entire time. The only one to stay in his role the entire time throughout the first 3 seasons. Everyone else got replaced at some point, or came in later. So he was the first OG from the first episode, out through 3 seasons, and he stayed on a little bit after it. And then we have Red Ranger Jason, or later on Rocky. And if you look up what the actor who played Jason, the original Red Ranger, is doing now, he's making sweatshirts with Hitler quotes on them. So hop on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Austin St. John, get your shit together, please. But anyway, let's take these to the side. I'm just trying to organize this as best as I can as we go. I will do this in some form of order. I just gotta kind of put them together a little bit off camera before I show you guys one of these. Yes, first I will show you the smallest one. We have Pterodactyl. Her head is a little bit droopy on my one. You could probably tighten that screw a little bit or something. But yes, here we have the Pterodactyl with her little feet, her little wings, and very posable, mostly for the transformation. But why is the Red Power Ranger the leader of the group? Don't tell me it's because of the rainbow. Hey, maybe never. Well, if you want to go into lore-wise, There's not really a reason why red specifically ends up being the leader, but it just seems to be the kind of embodiments of red rangers that end up being conductive to being leader. Lore-wise, there's this thing called the Morphin grid, which is the energy that all Power Rangers teams draw upon. And the way it works is it's kind of like a 3D grid. So I can't really draw it. Like I'm obviously not going to draw on the table or anything like that. No, I'm not going to draw on the table. I was thinking about it for a second. You know what? I will get something. I'll be right back. I'll get a notebook. We will lure this out. So I should leave this on screen here just as a little bit of a reminder what we're actually doing, but for lore reasons, let me see, got some markers here. Black marker first at least. Purple is the color of power 2. Red is stereotypically the color of power, says Jaybird. Purple is also power color 2. Okay, which is standard, specifically standard for royalty. Yes, royalty, royal and purple is a very common combination. But here, let's have a look here. This is gonna be very rough. I'm gonna be a rough explanation. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 is enough for what we want to demonstrate here. So think of the grid as a 3-dimensional version of this kind of grid. So the morphing grid works is it's not quite sentient, but it's knowledgeable. It holds knowledge or something. But anyway, it has this immense power, and you access it through certain points. What happens is a certain team, each team accesses the grid in a different way, so they access it at a different point. Or a different line, we'll say, a different line, like here, right? So say this is Mighty Morphin. I was trying to write Mighty Morphin, but I hit the M's. Then it says Mighty Morphin, MM. So, we have the Red Ranger of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We've got the... Sorry, my markers stick together because they have magnets on them. We have the Blue Ranger. Let me get some blue ones from the other side. We've got the pink. Got the yellow. Got the black. And we've got the green. The original Mighty Morphin team, these were the 6 colors the Rangers were at that time. So how this works, very, very rudimentary levels. There's comics you can look into, wikis you can look at. Basically, this line is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers line. So they use their Mighty Morphin morphers. They use the Mastodon, Pterodactyl, that thing, the buckle thing, to access the morphing grid. Across this line in the morphing grid, and they all have to take it at a different point in the color spectrum. So 2 Rangers try to take from the same point on this grid. So if you try to add 2 pink Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, that would not work. Might work for a little bit, but it would be highly, highly unstable. Hence why in the show they brought Kat in and Kimberly had to leave, because She had the powers now, and they couldn't have both interlocking. But you can also have multiple teams active at the same time. So you can have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, say Zeo Rangers, In Space Rangers, Turbo Rangers, whatever you call them, whatever ones you like. They can all access the same color as long as they're accessing them in a different way with different morphers. So you can have the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, and that's how you can have things like the episode Forever Red, which was the thing where like the first 10 Red Rangers came together and did a big show. Anyway, that was very boring. But that was sparked on by the asking why Red was the leader, even though that didn't answer in particular. Anyway, we will look at the Pink Ranger's Zord. Not very particularly pink. The head sculpt is a little bit, but not the rest of it, to be honest. You can do this kind of thing. It is very much detailed on the inside, which I very much like. You can have her in a flying mode. You can take these little beats off and kind of have her posed. If you have little standees at the time, you can do that. Now, a really cool thing that they have for these ones in particular, if you look inside her head, well, the robot's head at least, and open up, go forward, which is not part of which I don't think, well, they could probably do that actual Mastodon. I'm upset about this. Okay, I gotta do a little bit of story time first. I first got this listed as new on Amazon. The one they gave me was broken, with the Tyrannosaurus leg, one of them being loose and kind of swinging on his hinge. So when I got this, it took me about another 3 weeks to get a new one back, to get that sent back and get this one sent out to me. The only thing about this is this can very easily be fixed if I take the time to do it. His horns are slightly askew to one side. That can be very easily fixed. They are very flexible plastic. But I think if I just take a little bit of pressure and heat to it, should very much bend into place. But look, not the end of the world for right now, for its purposes. Lots of cool detailing on this. Again, lots of texturing on the inside here. Lots of mechanical looking outlines on the outside of his shell. Nice bit of articulation, actually. Kind of to do with the transformation, kind of not. His tail with his little turret things can move wherever you want to go. So I'll do it more of a 2D angle so you guys can see. So if you want him shooting stuff or whatever. His head can do a lot. His neck is, again, part of the transformation, but it's very articulated. The head itself is on a ball and socket joint, so it can very much turn around. His mouth opens, which is just a nice touch. Looks really cool. He is a dinosaur. Rawr. Gives him a nice little charging look to him. What else do we want to look at? Oh yes, as with all of them, if you lift up his horn, you can see again, it's going to be blue on blue. See a tiny sculpted blue ranger in there. $87,000 subscribers. Yeah, near enough. We're just about there. Pretty sure we're going to hit it sometime this weekend, if I remember correctly. I'm hoping by the end of the summer to hit 100,000 with all your lovely help. If you like our content, you can share it with your friends and such. But look, unless they don't like the content itself, no point in having people subscribe to the channel that wouldn't watch the content. That kind of defeats the purpose. World War II did not start because I didn't get into art school. World War II was happening a lot regardless. Germany was very butthurt after World War I. I do actually have a bit of a like TED Talk thing in my mind that I need to do up sometime and present somewhere. about the link going from World War One and the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand that leads to the creation of the Power Rangers, and is totally, completely sound theory. Not even theory, it's literally just a historical path to show what went on. But anyway, that is the Blue Ranger, the Triceratops. We will do the next one if I can reach it. So I'm just again presenting it from out of the box, where it was reduced size to fit. A small jam by Hazfans on mine. Absolutely no need, Jaybird. But look, if you want to DM me some of your stuff, we can possibly do some cross pollination with some viewerships that would interest you. We'll look down. Okay. Now the Sabertooth Tiger, the Yellow Ranger Zord. It's a little tail. This one's really cool. Also, a lot of wheels on it. The wheels do not function on this one. This is a bit of style over function. This one is. It's made to look pretty. It's made to look nice and be posable as a Megazord, but not very tactile playing as a toy. Look at the price of that. I'm not surprised. Lots of articulation, mainly to do with transformation again, but there is this upper joint movement here, similar to the head and neck of the Triceratops. This is on a giant ball and socket joint. You can see here. If you don't know what a ball and socket joint is, it's basically ball, socket, like your knee. So it just rotates on an angle like that. Okay. The legs here can bend. The back legs can bend a good bit here. Very posable, actually. This one is much. This and the red Zord are very posable. Same can do on the other leg, obviously. The tail can go from that position all the way down by transformation. As I said, the head, the body rotates like that. The head can go a good bit up, not too kind of transformation wise, and straight down like that. The head itself is also on a smaller ball and socket joint. The legs come up a good bit. They have a good bit of rotation, and they have a little bit of a joint movement here also. Here's your video's frozen on the Discord. It might just be on your end. Maybe. It seems to be all right working on my side. Yeah, it might just be you, Mr. Dex. So you can pop out the YouTube chat, no problem. What are we talking about in the YouTube chat here? But yes, we also have. I like the head sculpt a lot. The ears are really cool. The tusks actually move after the transformation, but you can also just pose them. The mouth fully opens. Cool. It does have this flap here, which is part of. Can be part of the transformation if you want, but you can also. There's a different. It's because this part becomes part of the foot, so this can become part of the heel. But there's another heel thing you can do later on either, and we will look at in its head. We have another little Power Ranger sitting in the cockpit. Let's move everyone over slightly. We can get a bit of room. We're kind of jumping over them. And last but not least, I will get him ready over to the side here. Maybe a bit of cracking. That's the toy getting put into position. Don't worry about it. Nothing is breaking. Just the ratchet joint that it's on. Here he is, folks. The Tyrannosaurus, or Tyrannosaurus Zord, Red Ranger Zord, whatever you want to call it. But yes, look. Very nice. That tail doesn't really have a click into it. That are from exclusive seasons that were never made into Power Rangers. So even if you know Power Rangers, you will not push them in. Once you know one of these, you can basically transform any of these original Mighty Dino Megazords, Mighty Morphin Dino Megazords. Tail goes down, head comes up, close his mouth, give him a little tilt to the side to also be where he stands. Let me fix this port for the feet as well. So those are those two down here and waiting. Alright, next I suppose we gotta do a bit of this. Sorry, a hiccup. So tail will come out. You can kind of just leave it loose for now. It kind of goes up there at the end, but for now we'll just leave it kind of hanging out. Arms tucked into his chest like so. Legs, you're gonna hear that. Let me see if I can hear that ratchet in the mic. Ooh, that's a heavy click. Feels like it's breaking, but it's not. So just straighten out the legs. He has these shin caps that come up. You see here, shin cap, thumbs up. This little connector here, you gotta hold this connector and pull the leg back at the same time. So, and I just gotta do this all in one go. Place the connector right there, close the shin, close this down, flatten that out as much as you can. It kind of looks as best close to that as you can possibly do. Also same on the other side. So let me know if the music is too loud or too not loud or whatever in the YouTube chat. I know the Discord can't hear it because they are more live than live over on the Discord, linked in the bio 18 or over. So that's basically what we do for this for now. We'll do a little bit more once we get the rest of them in place, but I will get the feet on first. They are these little connectors on the edges of his knees. They connect to these ports in the top. So I'm just going to do this off screen because it takes a little bit of force. Nice. That one is on. Again, import right here. I'm going to do it off screen so I can get in a bit faster. I'm going to make sure it's on camera and in frame. Starting to come together, chat. It's starting to come together. So next for the Mastodon, what we're going to do, we're going to decapitate that son of a bitch. We'll leave that there for now. So, leave this out to the side. We'll open him up like a lovely bread roll. Just hearing it snap open, being freshly baked in the morning. Just a little. He's flattened out. You can see there. He looks like he has two little glove hands that he's like wooing a bit with. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we got to flip these shoulder blades up. Or they wouldn't be shoulder blades, they'd be shoulder pads, I should say. Flip these down. And rotate his feet within his forearm. Remember which direction? There we go. Oh, it's the other direction. USB rules, it always has to be the other way. There's a fist. Gotta be away from the big toe. There we go. There we go. Those are the arms, and as you can see, there's actually some detailing in here as well. There's a little M logo. I'm not sure how well you can see it there. In the dead center of the chest, back to chest plate. So there are these connectors on the insides of the arms, and the Tyrannosaurus has little connectors on either side. Look at Power Rangers versus the TV show. This is where you want to go. They have some prequel comics that kind of do the lore of the morphing grid, as I said, about how each ranger's color is kind of associated with them and that kind of thing. Yes, I think it's a nice image to leave off on. If you're looking for one that matches the comic like this, this is a very good Zord as well. Really, really cool. I recommend it. If you can get them single issues, if you want to get this omnibus, this is a really good starting place to go. Or issue one of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I recommend this if you have no Power Rangers experience. If you want to go in from the start, this is where you start. Do this, maybe do the prequel comics 6-issue series. You can there's guides online for doing all of this. Very, very good series. Very, very good toy. Very good display piece toy. Yes, I think, unless we have any other questions about Mighty Morphin in particular, I will finish up for today. Next time, I have several different options for you guys. I suppose I will let the Discord decide, actually. So if you'd like to decide on the next one of these that I do next time, or the next weekend at some point, I'm trying to turn this up. Can't read anything on the charging port. Yes. Very cool toy. I have several ones from Japan of Super Sentai. Yes. Let me know. Go to the Discord if you're 18 or older. Link in the description. If you would, if you'd like to vote on which figure we do next time. Thank you for joining me for this one. We will see you all later. I'm not sure if we're going to do anything else over the weekend, but if you would like more live streams, if you like some video game live streams, I'm here Tuesday and Thursdays. And yeah, a lot of random shit. So I'm playing with the bookmark here. Thank you very much for joining me. I had a lot of fun doing a very silly rant for no reason. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you all next time, and goodbye.